Hey, beautiful people. What's going on? It is Marriage Monday. Yes, we are back, y'all. We are back. Thank you so much for joining me. I am your girl, Coach TaShon, your marriage communication coach, here on this beautiful Monday. Listen, the weather it is springing, okay? It is springing. And if you're not enjoying it, I encourage you to enjoy it before it gets really, really hot. Like it's like perfect uh that perfect springtime weather, right? So listen, get out here and enjoy it, you guys. It is absolutely amazing. I hope you all are having an awesome day. The day is not over. I hope your day begin with the most phenomenal experiences and so forth. No matter what happens, I am always blessed as long as I am above ground and seeing the sunlight and all of that. It's still a good day, right? It's still a good day. Listen, before we get started, I want y'all to go ahead and show me some love. Go ahead and share this out, tag your favorite couple and so forth, because we are wrapping it up, y'all. This is the last Monday in April. This is the last week, y'all. Y'all, we've been rolling. Y'all been rolling with me for the past 4 weeks and so forth. And we've been talking, we've been celebrating, we've been shifting all of this good stuff, and we're about to wrap this up. But you know what we do, you know how I do. Before we get started, go ahead and get your what? Get your journal. Get your journal. Get your pencil, pen, whatever you're gonna write with. Get you a journal and so forth, so you can go ahead and get these notes. Take these notes. All right. So listen, thank you so much and welcome to the TLC family. I am your girl, Coach TaShon, your marriage communication coach. And listen, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to TLC's coaching Swag Her magazine, our partner. Thank you so much. Remember, during this broadcast, you can support our page by sending stars, a digital gift that helps me earn that money towards the coaching business and everything else, right? But listen, feel free to ask your questions in the chat and we will get to them afterwards and so forth. So like literally drop it in the chat, and when we get done, we will I will try to answer them and so forth. But listen, Marriage Monday, this is where we get to talk about what's going on. Again, this is not long. I don't want to keep you long on here, right? I'm not going to keep you long, but this is where we do some reflecting. We kind of chop it up. If you have some questions, you're free to ask me in this chat, okay, in this chat and so forth, right? So we meet here every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. Standard Time. Not for long, but every Monday, Marriage Monday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So listen, we are reflecting on the growth. All right. So get your notebook and get ready for your first note. So, we've been talking about communication, bridging that communication, and dispelling that whole silence thing. We talked about this last week, that whole silent treatment. You know how we do. We get mad and we go on this silent tangent, right? We don't want to talk. We want to give our boo the silent treatment. We don't want to talk about nothing. And actually, that's not good. It's not good. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. That is not good. I don't know who told us that. I don't know what advice who gave us that advice. But having the silent treatment, giving your partner the silent treatment, that's not healthy. That should not be part of your marriage journey. I don't care how mad you are at your spouse. That should never be part of your journey. Why? Because silence will is that it that's not, you're not bridging the communication gap. You're widening the gap. In fact, right? Why are you silent? You should be able to talk to your partner about what's going on, what is making you upset, what is the problem, right? So, given that silent treatment, no, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that. And that's what I told you all last week. We're not doing that. So, listen, you've been with me the past month, and some of you have been longer with me longer than that. And so, as we wrap up tonight, Monday, the last Monday in April, right? as we wrap it up, we're going to reflect on how far you've come. Now, if you've been taking your notes, I want you to look back. I want you to highlight how the small, consistent changes in your communication, if you've been applying. So, this is the key thing, you guys. When I give you these notes, you got to apply them, not apply them when you get upset. Don't do that. Don't apply them when you're like, oh, let me go. Oh, he done made me mad. Let me pull out. Let me see what Coach T said about this, that, and other. No, 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 no. When I give you those reflection, your homework, when I give that to you on that day, that's when you have to apply them, right? But I'm gonna let you slide right now. But come next month, I listen, we're gonna go in, we're gonna go harder, right? Because again, you gotta practice these. I tell you all the time, it works if you practice it. You have to do the work. Coaching is about moving forward, right? I'm not here to do the work. You have to do the work, you and your boo. And even if your boo is not on board yet, you initiate it and you do the work, but you got to put in the effort and you got to put in the work. So you got to apply this, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to highlight everything that's been happening for the month of April, right? You're highlighting those small steps, the consistent changes in your communication, that softer tone. Remember, we talked about having that soft tone. That's creating that safe space, right? We're not talking to our partners sideways. We're not doing that, right? You're not talking to them all in it. You're just not being mean to your partner, your spouse, your boo. You're not doing that, right? So you're bringing in that soft tone. You're bringing in that active listening, right? That active listening, being intentional about listening to your partner, meaning putting down that phone, turning off that TV, putting the children to the side, put them in. If you got to have those conversations when they're asleep, if you still have younger children, put them to sleep and have that conversation. But you're actively listening to your partner, right? You're building that communication, that safe space. Talk heavily on that safe space, right? So you may have started off in March and in the beginning of April not doing those things, but if you're doing them now, guess what? That's a growth. That is a growth. Give yourself a pat on the back. As I used to tell myself, kiss your brain. Yes, you can kiss your brain too. Kiss your partner. Kiss your partner. All right. Give them a high five. Celebrate that because that's a growth. You may not be where you want to in your communication journey right now, but it's growth, right? You're going to celebrate that growth. And that's what I want you to do. You reflect on that growth. Look how far you've come. Even if you say, you know what, I've been following Coach T for this month, and that's it's a lot, right? It's a lot. That's growth. I've been taking notes. That's growth. So you're gonna celebrate that because that means you are willing, you are wanting to bridge this communication gap. That's what you're doing. You're willing. You want to bridge this communication gap, right? So every step, you're being consistent. You're celebrating that growth. Okay. Number two, you're going to protect that progress. You're going to protect that progress. And what does that mean? Simply, you're taught again, the new routines that you create, they need that real commitment. So again, when you're taking the notes, when I tell you to take the notes, when I suggest to you to take the notes, it's not because I want, like take them notes. No, that's so you can create that routine. Because again, this is something you got to practice. And I want people to understand coaching is all about that practicing, right? It's not going to happen overnight. Bridging that communication gap is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be able to bridge it just yet. However, when you practice in it daily, right? Not when you get into an argument, not when you get, you be like, yeah, that she said, yeah, see, no, you got to practice this. You got to put this in perspective, right? Every single day you're applying it. So you're creating that routine. It needs a real commitment, right? It needs that commitment. You don't want to slip back into those old patterns. You don't want to fall back. You want to move forward, right? So that means if you're not ready to move forward, then say, hey, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this step. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be very, very transparent with your partner. And again, I'm a marriage communication coach. I'm not a therapist. And I'll let y'all know I do not diagnose. But if you feel like, oh, this is not going to help us right now because we got some other issues going on, I'm committed to it. But I see something, listen, connect with me and I can refer you to a marriage and family therapist and so forth. Because again, on this journey of bridging that communication gap, you're moving forward. You're going to apply what is being taught to you, right? So again, it's that progress, it's those routines that you put into place. And again, what do I tell you guys? Just because you have just a little bump in your communication does not mean that your marriage is over. It's not going to look like everybody else's communication. Your marriage is your marriage. Your communication style and skill is just for you and your boo. It's not going to look like your homeboys them. It's not going to look like your homegirls in marriage. It's not. However, you're doing the work to bridge that communication gap for you and your boo, not you, your boo, and your friends. No, that's not going to work. That's not happening, right? So don't compare. We talked about that before. Do not compare your marriage journey with anybody else. Bridging the communication gap looks different for everyone, looks very different for everyone, right? So do not compare. Celebrate those growths. Get into the routine. Make that commitment to yourself. Make that commitment to your marriage. Make that commitment to your spouse, right? That you're going to bridge that communication gap. Because guess what, y'all? Things have happened in your marriage. Things have happened to us in the world. And I say us because, again, I'm in this thing with you. I'm here with you. As your coach, I am walking this with you, right? So I don't want you to think like, oh man, we're the only ones. No, you are not. No, you are not, right? All of us have had those moments where sometimes our communication was maybe just like, maybe been a little off, right? And it's okay. Your marriage is not over. It's not over. Okay. So again, protect that progress. That means you're going to, when you create those routines, you got to make that real commitment to it, right? So you can't just start it and not finish it. You got to start it and you got to keep going. No matter what you think, like, or how hard you may think it is, you got to keep going. All right. Number 3, you're going to set the expectation. And it may be, it's about the growth and whatnot, but the expectations that you've set with you and your partner, not just talking about it, but actually doing it, right? And so when you're moving from your speaking to your listening to deeper growth, you're making that connection through action. And that's what we're going to be talking about in May next month. We're like this month, we're talking about that rebuilding and growing together and building that strong, that bond. But May, oh, we putting into the action, right? We got to do it because again, what sense does it make for you to take down the notes? You're listening to me and you're not applying it. That's not how it works. That's not what we're gonna do, right? That's not what we do. So you gotta apply this. In May, we're moving from just the speaking and just taking the notes. I'm gonna make you look. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not making, but we're gonna go through this. We're gonna put it into action. You got to. You got to put it into action. In order for this to work, in order for you to bridge this communication gap in your marriage, you got to put it into action. And that's the only way we're going to be able to do it, right? So listen, in April, we learned how to talk with each other. We learned how to say what we want, say what we feel, like we really were able to express that. And then so next month, we're going to put it into action. We really are. I'm so excited about it, right? I am super excited about it. But listen, here's your homework. Yep, you got homework. You got some reflection to do. You do, right? So listen, this is your reflection. What's one new communication habit you're committed to carrying into May? Mm-hmm. What's that one new communication habit you're committed to carrying into May. I want you to think back, and I want you to go back through your notes, and I want you to see what is that one thing, right? What is that one thing that you are committed to? That you are committed to carrying into next month, because this is ongoing. This don't just happen in 1 month, 30 days, 31 days. It don't happen like that, right? You got to be consistent with it. You got to be consistent. All right. So listen, as we close it out for this, oh my goodness, as we close out April, y'all. So we close out April. This has been a blessing. I want you to remember the real growth. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. As I was saying, like, it does not stop. You're not going to stop just because it's the end of April. No, that means we got more work to do. We got more work to do. We got work to do for May and the rest of the year, because again, it takes practice for us. Okay? You got to apply it. You have to apply this. Now, Talk It Out Tuesday. All we're going to do is come back tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how, right? We're just not talking about the growth, but I'm going to break it down for you, right? And some real steps that you can easily apply, because y'all know my slogan, my motto. I don't like to be stressed, right? And I know y'all don't like to be stressed. So why would I stress you? Why? Why would I stress you as your coach? I'm not going to stress you, right? So I'm going to show you how to apply these 3 points for you, okay? Because again, it's not complicated. Communicating with your spouse is not complicated. I know people may think it like that. It's not complicated. And you do have some couples who like they could easily talk with it, and they do, and you can too. Just sometimes stuff has happened. That's all. Things have happened. The world has changed. The world has gone through some changes, going through some changes. Your life has changed. What do I talked about this before. We talked. Some of us have become caregivers. Some have experienced some losses, not only in just the physical, but with our jobs, with just things, right? And sometimes that affects our communication. And it's not that you don't want to talk to your partner about it. It's not that you don't want to talk to your spouse about it. It's just sometimes you don't know. You may not feel as safe as you thought you did. And that's not to say that your partner didn't make you feel safe, but you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. So that's why I'm here to help you, to support you in bridging that communication gap. Because again, it's okay. Your marriage is not over. It's not over. I'm trying to tell you, it's not. It's not. All right. So tomorrow, I want you to join me tomorrow, right here, 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. And we're going to talk it out Tuesday. We're going to bring this all together to wrap up Tuesday. Talk It Out Tuesday. Tomorrow's the last Talk It Out Tuesday of April, right? So we're going to bring it together while we're talking, listening, and staying connected. We're going to bring it all together, right? So for this month. And that way you can sit back and you can be like, okay, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I see it. I hear it. It makes sense now. She know what she was talking about. She was. Right. So listen, tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. I want you to have your notebook. We're gonna wrap it all up. You're gonna see it, because I'm gonna show you how. And again, excuse me, guys, you have to apply these. You can't just let it sit on the shelf. You cannot just let it sit on the shelf. You have to actually work it. It only works if you work it, right? You only work. So, again, thank you so much, George. Thank you so much for the stars. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, again, if you have some questions, connect with me at iamtrinetteLcollier.com. You can email me. You can subscribe to the YouTube page as well. Subscribe to the email and the blog and all of that, and where you get the resources and the tools that you need to bridge the communication gap. And again, I am a marriage communication coach, not a therapist. But if you feel like you need, it's like, the coach, I don't know. We got some other issues, because I cannot diagnose you now. I emphasize that because a lot of times couples will come to me and they think that I can solve, and I cannot. I cannot diagnose you. I can refer you. Okay. But coaching is about moving forward. I'm not here to fix your problems. I can't fix your problems. All right. That's not me. I'm trying to tell you, that's not me. Okay. But if you need a referral or whatnot, I can connect you to some reputable marriage and family therapists. Okay. So listen, I want you to make sure that you have an amazing, amazing evening. Go hug your boo. Go get some ice cream. Go get, get a drink. Go chill. If you're at home, chill out at home. Put on a good movie. Play a game. Do something with your boo. Y'all, listen, life is so precious. Y'all been in this thing 7 years plus. You know how to communicate with each other. It's okay. You just had a little bump in the road. It's okay. But with the support of a coach like myself, right? You're going to be able to see the light in your communication. And again, it's not going to look like everybody else's. That's the beauty of coaching. That's the beauty of customizing your plans, your coaching plans, right? Because it's tailored for you and your boo, not you, your boo, and your friends, all of them. No, it's not. It's just for you and your boo. Y'all got this. Y'all got this, right? Walk in it. You got it. And as your coach, I'm with you. I got you. Okay. So listen, join me tomorrow right here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we wrap it all together. I'm going to show you how to apply these, how to do those things, right? And again, it's not stressful. I gave you three. I didn't oversaturate you with all the stuff because I want you to be successful at it. I want you to be able to attain it, right? I want you to be able to apply it. So I don't need to overwhelm you. Yeah. I don't do all that. No. Okay. So listen, until tomorrow, I love you. Peace out. Okay.